part. So I'm going to start out in Epic Games, jump to the marketplace, and we're searching for Realistic Starter VFX Pack. Now, there should be one of these, probably Volume 2, Realistic Starter VFX Volume 2. If you don't already own this, click on I want this because it's free. So Realistic Starter VFX Pack Volume 2. Just hit home again.
Does it only have like 20 tabs? Yeah. Yeah. Mine was doing that too.
Mine
Sorry,
I
said a slur on your account.
I'm
sorry.
still not in my computer.
Once you've found Realistic Starter VFX Pack Volume 2, which is free, and purchased it and downloaded it, you can add it to the project. So I'm going to add it to my project. Click Add. It will download, it's about 1 gig, and install it to your project. And then we will go back to our Unreal project. There we go. And now, in my content drawer, I should have Realistic Starter VFX Pack Volume 2. I can click on that, and I'm going to go to Particles, and then for this one, we're going to use Fire. And we've got several there. I'm going to go with the flamethrower. And so I'm going to drag the flamethrower onto my scene. It may take a few seconds for it to do its thing and render. Oh, mine was a long ways away. I'm going to focus on that. Go to F. And now I'm getting this really cool VFX. Because, is that a good thruster? No, probably not. We can make it better. I want to open it in the VFX editor. Let's right click on it. Let's go edit the flamethrower. There we go. That's what I wanted. So right click, edit, and we're going to turn off sparks. So now it's not sparking. We're going to turn off fire main. That gets rid of all that extra flame. And we're going to get rid of smoke. There we go. Now we've got a basic flame. Now, if we're not happy, well, that's pretty good. I'm going to save that. Save it. And then I'm going to go ahead and just dock this window because I have the feeling I'll be back. Go to Minerva or to my level, and there it is inside the scene. So we've gotten rid of the fire, the smoke, the sparks that were flying out of it, all that kind of stuff. Now I need to move this over to where my ship is. So we can do that. Just move it closer to the ship. Go to the move command. That's right. So it's almost there now. I could have just typed in the absolute location. Yes. That would have been a lot faster, but not nearly as much fun. There we go. Now I'm getting some reflected light off of the ship, so you know it's getting close. Okay, I'm going to rotate it so that the fire is actually shooting down, coming out of there. And maybe over a little bit. That's looking better. And then I'm going to move it up a little more so it's getting real close to the thruster. Now that's kind of a puny thruster, right? Yeah, that's like enough to, you know. Yeah, that's like one of those little electric lighter things. That's just not going to do it. So I'm going to jump back here to my flamethrower, and in the, let's see, in the fire source, I want to adjust the spawn rate. So I selected fire source, I clicked on spawn, and then over here in my details, I can adjust the different rates. And I want to adjust spawn rate. Yeah, the rate constant. Okay, so under spawn rate distribution constant, we need to up that number. Currently it's at 50. Let's go for 1,000. That's looking a little healthier. Let's see what it looks like back in our scene. So I'm going to save, go to Minerva. Still kind of anemic. Let's jump it to 3,000. That's still not quite enough, is it? I don't know. I'm still not happy. Let's go 10,000. Well, we'll keep playing with that. I'm going to go 20,000 just for grins. Okay, once you've got the thruster about how you want it, we need to attach it to the little vehicle here. So I'm going to go to the vehicle, and then where'd my thrust go? Close the landscape. There we go. So I'm going to just simply drag this onto cargo ship. And now it is attached. So if I move the cargo ship, it's going to move with the ship, which is good. That makes filming much easier, right? I can duplicate my flamethrower by hitting Control D. Now I've got a second flamethrower because if you got one, why shouldn't you have two? And we can just tweak it, get it exactly lined up with the second one. There we go. It's a little off. There we go. That's looking better. Just this one a little bit. And now, oh, still not quite where I want it. Let's go back to this one. And just get it tweaked the way you want it. And of course you could do absolute numbers, which would make this a whole lot faster. But what else have we got to do? Okay. And so basically this is the process. We can get our thrusters lined up the way we want them to. And then, yeah, we got to get that looking more fierce. But it's not too bad. We're getting close. So I'm going to save what I'm doing. So we've got some thrusters happening now. We can duplicate those two thrusters and add them to each of the systems in there to make it look a little more realistic. Okay, it's just, now that you've got two of them, just duplicate both of them. Select both of them, hit Control D, and then you've got a new set that you can move over to the other set of thrusters. And that's probably not lined up correctly, but you get the idea. And then you can duplicate all four of the flamethrowers and then move them over to the other side of the ship. And that makes it easier to place once you've got your placement done. So that's a simple VFX. That's how simple VFX is to do. We can add that quickly and easily to our scenes. Yeah, I'd like a little bit more oomph to our flame, but we'll get there. That's a tweaking thing. So we've got that added. Let's add some, this is a foreign world. I'm assuming there's a wind here of some type. It's kind of blah right now, yeah? Wouldn't it be nice if there was some dust or some fog in our environment? Why, yes, Dr. Burton, that would be wonderful. How do we do that? Well, I'm so glad you want to see that. Let's go over here to lighting. I'm going to go to exponential height. The exponential height fog controls, guess what? The fog. In my details, I'm going to pull this up a little bit. There. In my details, we can go in there and modify the density of the fog. Now it's currently set at 0.04. Let's make that 1. Ooh. And it's blue. Boy, that's creepy, huh? Boy. Yes, I'm so glad you asked that question. It's like we planned it or something. So I'm going to go down here to volumetric fog. There it is, volumetric fog. Turn on volumetric fog. And that, as you can see, that changed it to white, or the albedo setting right here. So if you don't like white, let's make it more dusty or yellow or creepy green. It might be poisonous. So you can choose any color you like to control your fog. I'm going to go more of a yellow, give it kind of a dust type effect. And then we'll close that. Now, if 1 is too high, because that definitely reduces our visibility, let's try 0.75. That helped a little bit. It's still pretty dusty out there. Can't see things a long ways away. I'm going to go take it all the way down to 0.5. But remember, we started at 0.04. So anything that we're adjusting here, over that is going to be bringing in a lot more fog effect. So that's an easy way to add volumetric fog. Now there's more that we could do. Let's say we wanted something that was more active, because this is just kind of there. There's not anything really more than that. On the marketplace, there's a free download called Soul City, Soul:'City. You can download that, and it's got a real neat fog feature. However, it's not been updated to 5.4. So yesterday, I downloaded it. I updated it to 5.4. I used StormSync to get it for you, and it is now in the files area. So if you download Soul City Fog from the files area, you will have access to all of this. There we go. Go back to my content drawer and import it this time. Yes, that's what I said. I want to import it. Content drawer. Oh, let's go full size. There we go. It's going to be under, must be under effects. There we go. So underneath the Soul City effects, particles, water, I can drag this into the environment. And as you can see, it gives, or maybe you can't see it, it gives a little bit more of effect to the environment. Now you can scale that up just like you would anything else. So I'm going to make that bigger. And so it hits a wider area. And now it looks like we have dust storms coming through. So I'm not sure how, I think that's coming through okay on the monitor. So it's just a little bit more of an effect. You can apply this anywhere. You can make it large enough that it's over the entire area or just a certain area. But it's just a nice little additional effect to the area to give it a little bit more pizzazz, feel a little bit more alien or hostile, to be in the environment. It's something fun to do. We're just having fun. We're learning to do virtual production and about the tools, using all free stuff, which makes it even better. We've gone over a lot of the basic tools. There's still tons more stuff that we can learn how to do, but we're going to learn that over the course of the semester. You've got the basics for what I want you to do to create your first short film about hostile life on mission to Minerva. Now, I showed this to my grandson. He says, no, we need alien ships attacking. He is not wrong. He is so far ahead of me on this that I got to work to keep up with the 6-year-old. Yes, he is not wrong. But that gives you an idea of what we want to do.